Meet the CEO of Cracker Barrel, the most out-of-touch corporate leader in America today.
I want you to tell us about the redesign of Cracker Barrel and some of your response to the criticism.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me.
So this is in response to the criticism. This isn't just her appearing on the show to announce that they're doing remodels and upgrades, destroying the entire theme of the Cracker Barrel restaurant, along with changing the logo. You've probably seen the photos. I'll show them in a bit. The best part are the memes. But this is actually one thing that almost the entire country agrees upon. Democrats and Republicans, as you will see, agree that this woman and what she has done is perhaps one of the dumbest decisions in corporate America ever.
To the remodels. I think what's important is that we are listening to our guests.
So you're going to stop the remodels? You're going to revert the ones that you have already destroyed?
We're doing this all for them. What they've said is they love the new seating. We're adding in booths, making the chairs more comfortable, putting in new lighting, brightening up the paint color. But what's important is things that people love about Cracker Barrel, the soul.
That is not Cracker Barrel. She was just going to talk about the soul of Cracker Barrel, which she has destroyed. Not to mention the company's value yesterday when word really went viral of what happened and what she's doing. The stock dropped $100 million in value. Because this is Cracker Barrel. This is not. Okay, this actually isn't. This is just a meme kind of illustrating and mocking just how disastrous this upgrade has been. Because when you walk into a Cracker Barrel, it's supposed to look like this. Like you just stepped back into time, into a place in the early 1900s where the walls are cluttered with a bunch of old farm equipment and photos. Not looking like this. What the hell is this? At first, it was just conservatives, Republicans, normal Americans, patriots who were sharing photos of the disastrous remodel. Some people calling it woke. I don't think it's technically woke. It's just disrespectful denigration of classic American history and American culture. But surprisingly, Democrats actually agree. The official Twitter account of the Democrat Party, @TheDemocrats, posted this famous picture, a painting from Norman Rockwell called Free Speech, which is a meme that a lot of people use to illustrate that they're saying something that's unpopular or that's brave. And they captioned it, "We think the Cracker Barrel rebrand sucks too." Even David Hogg, that sissy little soy boy who, until the Democrats implemented another coup, was like vice chair of the Democrat Party. That's how far off the rails that party's become. He commented saying, "Let's bring the country together and all agree this is bad and needs to be reversed immediately. Not for the left or for the right, but for America." I'll get to the memes, which you got to see, which are the best part. But first, there is one person who doesn't agree that this is atrocious and that this remodel operation needs to be stopped. And that is critical race theory expert Christopher Rufo, who posted the same picture of the Norman Rockwell painting, captioning it, "I have never been to Cracker Barrel, and I do not care what their logo looks like." Well, if you've never been to the Cracker Barrel restaurant, sir, why are you bothering to comment about it? He's the guy who conservative mainstream media holds up as the world's foremost expert in critical race theory and whose solution to ending racism throughout the world is that we all start race mixing.
I think that there's two things that critical race theorists drives them crazy. One is interracial marriage, and I think interracial marriage is a sign of progress, frankly.
Of course.
Heck yeah.
Like, I think it's beautiful.
Like,
I think it's amazing.
scientifically, consciously.
Like, whoever you love, go for it, you know? But
But let's not address the intercultural conflicts in interracial relationships always inevitably boil up. Or let's not talk about the identity issues that the children have. Let's just paint it as incredible. It's progress. You need to do it.
But I think also America is going to look very different in 100 years. You're not going to be able to tell you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Puerto Rican, whatever. It's going to be very complex, and I think ultimately that's going to be good.
It's going to be good if just everybody interbreeds. I guess it would be good if we just mix all the different dog breeds together too then. And then just eliminate every single unique one, right? I mean, if diversity is our strength, then why are dog breeders, not to mention dog owners, interested in having purebred dogs? America sure is going to look different in 100 years if we don't get rid of these 30 plus million illegal aliens that have invaded our country, not to mention there are probably 20 million anchor babies and the 55 million people who we allowed in this country on work visas. That news just dropped yesterday. The Trump administration is going to start analyzing them for violations. Of course, everybody knew that there's people here on work visas, but nobody had any idea that there were 50 million of them here. So now 1/3 of the people living in this country aren't even American. But it's Friday, so let's try to keep it a little light with a Sydney Sweeney meme that Planet of the Memes made showing the old Cracker Barrel logo. So not only did they destroy the old-fashioned interiors and painting them white, but they also ruined the classic logo. And the jokes write themselves. I know that some people are going to claim that they came up with this, but certain jokes are so obvious they write themselves. They got rid of the cracker and the barrel in the logo, and now are making it this plain old logo. So it is akin to switching it out from Sydney Sweeney to this creature. Here's another one featuring what was once Ellen Page, and now the rebrand, the upgrade to Elliot Page. Or the change from Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner. And the memes are so good that Denny's chimed in, posting this on their official account. When you copy the homework, but change the font. This is probably the best one ever, however. Crack Barrel. Yes, if you're on a mobile device, you can't make it out. That is Hunter Biden in the barrel. What kind of a stale and sterile restaurant is this? Does this look like a Cracker Barrel to you?
And a lot of restaurants are leaning and going back to nostalgia, things that the customers are really comfortable with.
We never left it.
Yeah, you never left it, but you're changing up. You're kind of going a different direction. Why is that your strategy?
Yeah, because the Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow.
So Cracker Barrel was just too old-fashioned, apparently. That was the point. It was like going back to the 1920s. It's one of the most unique restaurants in the world. When you're there, you don't even know that it's a corporate chain. What they should have done is like Declaration of Memes recommended over on Twitter and just hired Sydney Sweeney as their new spokesmodel. Or at least just start marketing to white people. Start marketing to white families again, because we've all seen the disappearance of white families in television commercials. And if they made some waves and were then called Nazis by the left, by those with black fragility, then it would have actually drawn so much attention. It would have drawn traditional American families back into Cracker Barrel who maybe forgot about it. Maybe haven't eaten there since grandma passed away, and would have remembered what a fantastic restaurant it is. Not just the ambiance, but the food is like a home-cooked meal. And speaking of Sydney Sweeney's great jeans, Gap, a competitor for American Eagle Outfitters, just released a new commercial promoting their jeans, which doesn't have a single white girl in it. Just a bunch of BIPOC girls dancing around. Blacks, indigenous, and people of color. Going for that BIPOC market. I don't sell jeans, but I have a bunch of t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, women's cuts, and tank tops available in my online store at markdice.com, including the new Alligator Alcatraz shirt, which, by the way, a federal judge is trying to shut down, claiming environmental concerns. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.